Good afternoon, everyone. The meeting for the Assembly Committee on Growth and Infrastructure will now come to order. Would the committee secretary please call the roll?
Assemblywoman Brown May.
Here.
Assemblyman Ellison.
Present.
Assemblyman Levitt.
Here.
Assemblyman Miller.
Here.
Assemblywoman Peters.
Here.
Assemblyman Roberts.
Here.
Assemblywoman Summers Armstrong. Assemblyman Watts. Assemblyman Watts.
Here.
Assemblyman Wheeler.
Here.
Assemblyman Yeager.
Here.
Chairman Ro Moreno.
And I am here. I'd like to welcome everyone to today's meeting. Today we will have a work session on two bills. For those that are watching us virtually, the building remains closed at this time. If you have an opinion or like to submit testimony on any of the work sessions, we will not have any bill hearings today. You may do so. You take your comments up to 48 hours after this meeting. Any public opinion will be at the end of this work session hearing. For the assembly members that are on this committee, if you can keep your cameras on and all your electronic devices muted, it helps with the minutes for an accurate record for the minutes, and make sure that you say your name each time you unmute to speak. And with that, this might be our quickest hearing. We will open the work session on Assembly Bill 54, which creates the Advisory Committee on Traffic Safety within the Department of Transportation. I'll now invite our committee policy analyst to discuss the measure.
Thank you, Chair. For the record, Katie Seaman, S-I-E-M-O-N, Committee Policy Analyst for the Assembly Committee on Growth and Infrastructure. Assembly Bill 54 was first heard in this committee on February 25th, 2021, where it was presented by members of the Nevada Department of Transportation. Assembly Bill 54 creates the Advisory Committee on Traffic Safety within the Department of Transportation to review, study, and make recommendations on: number one, best practices for reducing deaths and injuries related to motor vehicle crashes. Number two, data on motor vehicle crashes resulting in death or serious bodily injury. And finally, number three, other submitted matters. The bill sets forth committee membership, authorizes the establishment of working groups, task forces, and similar entities as necessary, and requires an annual report on its work to be submitted to the governor and the legislature. There has been one conceptual amendment submitted, which has been received from the Department of Transportation, which is attached, and this revises committee membership. One fiscal note has been received from the Department of Transportation, and it shows no fiscal impact. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, do you have any questions on the measure? I know there were a few questions at the hearing date for the makeup of the committee, and the amendment is attached to the work session documents. I hope you all had a chance to review those. Seeing no questions, do I have anyone willing to make a motion to amend and do pass?
This is Vice Chair.
Amend and do pass.
I believe I had a first from Assemblyman Roberts. Is that correct?
Correct, ma'am.
And a second from Assemblyman Miller.
Yes.
Perfect. With that, I will ask, was there a question? Okay. All right.
No, ma'am, I coughed. I'm sorry.
Okay. Would the committee secretary please call the vote?
Assemblywoman Brown May.
Yes.
Assemblyman Ellison.
Yes.
Assemblyman Levitt.
Yes.
Assemblyman Miller.
Yes.
Assemblywoman Peters.
Yes.
Assemblyman Roberts,
Yes.
Assemblywoman Summers Armstrong,
Yes.
Assemblyman Watts,
Yes.
Assemblyman Wheeler,
Yes.
Assemblyman Yeager,
Yes.
Chairman Romoreno.
And I am a yes. And with that, the motion passes. Now close the work session for AB 54 and open the work session on AB 118. The floor statement on AB 54 will go to Assemblyman Miller. AB 118 revises provisions relating to the transportation of children in motor vehicles. If our committee policy analyst will go ahead and explain this measure to the committee.
Thank you, Chair. Again, for the record, Katie Seaman, Committee Policy Analyst. Assembly Bill 118 was first heard in this committee on March 2nd, 2021, where it was presented by its sponsor, Assemblywoman Bilbray Axelrod, and some other interested members of the community. Assembly Bill 118 expands the use of child restraints for children transported in motor vehicles to those children who are under 8 years of age and under 57 inches tall, and it removes the weight requirement from statute. Additionally, the bill requires children who are at least 8 years of age but less than 13 years of age to be secured in a safety belt in the back seat unless any airbag on the passenger side of the front seat is deactivated and, number one, special health care needs of the child require the child to ride in the front seat, and a written statement signed by a physician certifying the requirement is carried in the motor vehicle. Number two, all back seats are in use by other children who are less than 13 years of age. Or number three, the motor vehicle is not equipped with back seats. The bill makes it a primary offense for a driver to fail to secure a child with a safety belt in a vehicle if required, and it allows the parent or guardian of an unsecured child to also be cited if they are riding in the same vehicle as a passenger. There has been one amendment proposed by the bill's sponsor to require children less than 2 years of age to be secured in a rear-facing child restraint system in the back seat of the motor vehicle. I will note that that was actually existing law, and the amendment does actually require the disclosure of state law to persons when they are renting a motor vehicle. There is no associated fiscal note with this measure. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, any discussion on this measure? All right. Seeing none, at this time, I'll entertain a motion from the committee to amend and do pass Assembly Bill
So moved.
118.
Vice Chair Watts.
Assemblyman Watts makes the motion. May I get a second?
I'll second. Okay.
Assemblyman Levitt to second the motion. With that, Madam Secretary, will you please call the vote?
Assemblywoman Brown May,
Yes.
Assemblyman Ellison,
Yes.
Assemblyman Levitt,
Yes.
Assemblyman Miller,
Yes.
Assemblywoman Peters,
Yes.
Assemblyman Roberts,
Yes.
Assemblywoman Summers Armstrong,
Yes.
Assemblyman Watts,
Yes.
Assemblyman Wheeler,
Yes.
Assemblyman Yeager,
Yes.
Chairman Romoreno.
And I am a yes, and that motion passes unanimously. And I will assign the floor statement to Assemblywoman Summers Armstrong. And close the work session for AB 118. And committee members, that brings us to the last item on today's agenda, and that is public comment. At this time, I'll ask our broadcast staff if we have anyone in the queue wishing to make a statement during public comment.
Testify for public comment. Please press *9 now to take your place in the queue. Chair, it appears we have no one for public comment.
Well, thank you so much. This may be our shortest meeting ever, members. So that will conclude today's meeting. I thank you all for being here. For those who were waiting in the gallery to answer any questions that we may have had, and for anyone who joined us virtually, thank you. Our next meeting for the Assembly Committee on Growth and Infrastructure will be on Thursday, March 25th at 1:30. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all on Thursday.